F-250 today. I'll be showing you guys a problem that we had. Bought this thing new a couple days ago. First thing, the reverse backup sensor, I guess, whatever you call it, couldn't get it to stop beeping. Got that fixed, just ordered some off Amazon. Well, it's gonna beep now because there's something behind it. But if you ever need to, you can just hit down and OK to get that off. Well, I'm glad to hear it's working because I do have something directly behind it. But problem that I didn't like is our reverse camera isn't working. So it is tempting to go to it, and I don't see anything, just a black screen. So I'm really hoping it's just gonna be the camera. And so just gonna show you guys an easy way, or at least I think it's easy, that we're gonna attempt to fix this with a new camera that's not $400 from Ford. So once you've got the tailgate cover off, the part we're looking for is the handle on this camera. And you can tell this camera has seen better days. It is not good. But undo the connector right here. I've got the other end of it. It's kind of hanging over here. That way we can take this handle off. It's going to be a nut there and a nut there. And then this thing will just slide going downward. I'll notice plastic was even broke on this one. So we'll go ahead and take those two off and take these. Our new one that we got off Amazon, and here's our old one. We're gonna end up taking the lock assembly off and putting on there. That way it's keyed the same. So I was wrong. This piece of plastic that's here is supposed to look like that because it looks like it on the other one here. So my plan is I'm gonna figure out the wiring on this and cut this cable and just wire it. And we're gonna cut this and just use this to go straight into the factory wiring that's already ran, instead of having to run tons of foot of cable and fish it up everywhere. So if I get it to work, I'll let you know the wiring. I took my old camera off and I was hoping to be able to see some stuff. So I did put a nice little silica package in here. Can't get the thing out. But I was wanting to try to see what everything went to, and I'm surprised to see the processor and everything else is in this whole thing. It's pretty crazy. But I see that the shield truly is just a shield that's going to the unit, and I just need to figure out what's going to what on this. We wired together right now just to test to see if it's going to work. Try to find the key. Crank it out. And then we'll put it in reverse. Let's see if we got us some camera. Victory. That's all I need to see. So now I figured out the pin configuration, which I'll show you guys a little bit better in a second. We'll get it all put together. So what I figured out, our blue cable isn't necessary at all. I'm sure it is for something for Ford, but not if you're using an aftermarket camera. And then you're gonna have the black and the red here, which will just be positive and negative 12-volt battery power. And then inside of this shielding, you can kind of rip it apart. There's two cables. You'll have to split them apart. One is silver and one is copper colored. And you'll end up putting you can kind of tell what I've got here, if I can move it. You'll end up putting the yellow on the copper colored and the black from your camera on the silver. And then you can use your factory wiring harness. And there's another way, if you wanted to, you could put like a multiplexer system where you have multiple cameras and use just that one input on the back of the camera and mount the multiplexer back there, and you could have cameras all over your trailer. Endless possibilities now, and you get them on that input just by using the factory harness, which is great. So I thought I'd finish up this video. If you might be asking why it's nighttime and why the cables are different, did not know, but inside of this there's a small chip with a processor in it for the camera, so don't cut that in half. We're gonna have to buy another one. But so that means we have to leave quite a bit of cable, and that was my goal, was to not have to. But got everything wired up really well. The ones you don't need on this, there was an extra red and there was a blue on the Ford assembly that we'd already showed you. But it allows you to use the factory harness plugged into the factory harness on this side. So I went ahead and changed the lock out. All you have to do to change any of these locks out is just pull out this little metal piece, which is right here. You can take it off of the old one, put it on the new one. So now we're gonna put this handle in, get all the cabling, which is still long, but we got rid of 40 feet of it. And I'm just going to secure it inside of there to where it's safe. But we'll test it out. So we got everything installed, looking pretty nice, has a gasket and everything, switched out the key for it. And you put the truck in reverse and it works. So we'll go inside and show you. Now we put it in reverse after it's running. Just tell me I got the parking brake engaged. But you can see the hitch. Let me get this beeping to stop. So you can see the hitch. The lines I would not trust at all. I might go back and cut everything, but actually pretty happy. It looked good before it got really dark. But used the factory wiring harness and got everything to work. So very glad for it.